Hi, magandang gabi po mga kaibigan. Live po ulit tayo dito sa Dust Bullies and Johnny Nerva. Sana makinig kayo, manood kayo at pagkakausapin po natin isang taga-Italy. Isa siyang breeder, isa siyang handler, Matteo from Bullyparadise Kennel. So, abangan po natin. Mamaya magla-live siya. Kasama natin si Nathan Araneta ng Reaper Crew Philippines. So, ayan, good evening sa lahat ng mga nakikinig. Paki-comment lang po kung malinaw ang aking boses at ang video. What's up, what's up? Mr. J. Bullies and Vlogs, malinaw daw. Maraming salamat. Magandang gabi din, Dusty ODM. So sa mga manunod po ngayon, ang konting i-share natin, siguro for an hour, we will talk to Matteo from Italy. Mag-share siya ng mga bagay sa pangamahilig mag-dog show. I-share po niya yung show preparation at saka i-share din niya yung paano i-present ng tama yung inyong mga aso inside the show ring. Good evening, Lothley. Good evening. Good evening, Juan Kishner Navera. Hintayin ho natin si Matteo at saka si Nathan para samahan tayo. So, kumusta po mga kaibigan habang naghihintay kayo? Kumusta yung lahat? Sana ho ay nasa mabuti kayong lagay mga kaibigan. Sana ang inyong mga aso, tandaan po natin, magsa-summer na po or kung hindi man, nagsimula na po ang summer. So napaka-ingat po natin dapat sa mga aso. Huwag ho natin silang hayaan sa init ng araw, sa isang napaka-init na kwarto dahil alam niyo naman po na prone po sila mainitan sa heat stroke, overheating mga kaibigan. So please lang po, regular water po. Hindi naman kailangan ice cold. Basta may tubig po sila mga kaibigan, pakina lang po. Mark Allen, watching from Poland. Wow, from Poland po. Saan po kayo sa Poland? Warsaw. Good evening, AVT Pet Supplies. Good evening sa inyo. Remember, marami po tayong matututunan ngayong gabi kasi sa mga mahilig mag-dog show, ito pong kakausapin natin si Matteo ay, again, from Italy, na nag-handle po ito. Madalas po itong manalo sa mga dog shows ng ABKC sa Europe. And meron po siyang mga partner po rin niya, yung may-ari kay Grand Champion Aaron. Rest in peace si Aaron. Si Simone. Ayan. Si Marcus Rover naman ay watching from Mindanao. Si Abram Barinos naman ay watching from Urdaneta, mga kaibigan. Good evening din sa iyo, Abram. Abram, ako ay skin ng iyong shell. Lagi ako nandun. Nap Vargas, good evening. Ian, good evening. Ito mga kaibigan ho natin from North Luzon. Mga kaibigan. Good evening din, Flint, Carlo Villanueva. So again, tingnan natin. Una natin, pigain natin ang mga kaalaman ng wisdom, ng best practices itong si Matteo mamaya. Tapos habang naghihintay tayo, kumusta naman tayo mga kaibigan. Okay? So again, ito po ay magsa-summer na. Okay? So alam nyo na po dapat. Joseph Cabrera, ito pong kaibigan natin from Tarlac and Pampanga. So, good congratulations sa iyong mga breeding kasama ng iba. Marco Salcedo, good evening din sa iyo. Hopefully, you are all doing good, mga kaibigan. Pakishare po. Kung hindi nyo po mamasamain, pakishare na lang po itong link ng ating mga videos na to sa iba't iba nyo pong mga kaibigan para marami silang matutunan, mga kaibigan. Di ba? Si Nap Vargas naman po ay watching from Negros Occidental, La Carlota City. Namit. Si Neil Melvin Gapal, good evening din sa iyo, mga kaibigang Neil Melvin. Mervin Yanson, ang ating kaibigan. Mervin Yazon, ang ating kaibigan. Pakisabi po sa iyong Tooth Princess. Maligay arawan, Tooth Princess. Ano pa? Come on, here. Come on. Did you brush your teeth na? Are you gonna sleep na? Good night, my son. Where's your sticky?
How about me? Sticky what?
Night, mom. Ganyan, matutulong ng aking pamilya dahil wala naman silang gagawin na at pagod kami dahil gumising kami ng maaga dahil sa fun run ng aking anak. From school, they run towards the beach, which is around probably 6 kilometers. Pero hindi naman ho sila tumakbo na all the way. So, medyo pagod kami dahil gumising kami alas 5. Pero kahit pagod, kailangan ho natin mag-share ng knowledge. We can naman po pinupunan natin. Spider Mark from General Trias, Cavite. Si Niv Yaj, si Javin, watching from Rome, Italy. Wow. Buongiorno. So, ano pa? I-congratulate nyo ako. May puppy si Rome. Hopefully soon mapakita ko kung ano yung nila. Pag medyo malaki-laki na. Maliliit pa sila, pare-pareho na may itsura ng mga maliliit na puppy. So, saka na pagka medyo malaki-laki na. Breeding ho ito ni Rogan sa po mabait at napakadakilang public servant sa Abra, si JB Bernos. Mabuhay kayo kong JB, mabuhay yung Mayor JB, kay Congressman Ching Bernos. And shout out po sa pagbisita ni Vice Mayor Eman Ed Duarte 2 nights ago. I think 2 nights ago or last night. Hindi ko na maalala. So yan, exciting po. Exciting times. May puppy po ako for a long time. Inaalagaan ko po yung puppy na to. Breeding po ng ating, ayun, sabi ko nga, ng Prime Cut Bullies, JB Bernos. Wow, congrats sir. Nag-iipon pa lang ako ng pambinang katulad ng mga dogs mo. Yan, kung sa mga pagkakataon na meron naman talaga kayong gustong aso, meron kayong gustong bilhan, natural yan na kailangan ho natin lahat kung hindi pa ready yung budget natin for it, huwag natin pilitin. Pero kung pag-iipunan mo at talagang pinag-isipan mo mabuti, kaya mo pinag-iipunan kasi gusto mo talagang bumili sa isang tao, hindi naman yan, di ba? Kahit sa in general, gawin natin, di ba? Naparalang mo mabuti, mo talagang aso, gusto mo yung lahi ng aso, gusto mo yung itsura ng aso, gusto mo yung consistency, parang ganyan, di ba? Maraming mga factors para makatulong sa'yo, para makapag-design. Kasi lagi sinasabi, bibili ka man ng 25,000 na aso or 250,000 na aso. Pera pa rin yun eh. Wala natin pinupulot ang pera. So, kailangan pa rin ho natin maging maingat at lagi ho natin iniisip na ay hindi basta-basta nandyan lang. Pero once na ready, able to purchase, able to take care properly those dogs, then kayong bumili ng walang pakundangan, laging pinag-iisipan kasi nga po investment po ito. Pangalawa, buhay po na nakataya. Ito yung buhay ng aso. Kailangan handa tayo. Diba? Having said that, kapag ready ka, gusto mo, nakikita mo, kaya mong bilhin, why not? Go ahead. Good luck sa'yo. Watching from Mindanao, Trento, Agusan del Sur. Ayun. Kumusta, Rafi Espinosa? Watching from Cebu, ating mga kaibigan sa Cebu. Nandyan po ako sa March 17. I'll be there March 16. Pero makita po tayo sa ABKC show sa March 17. Renan Rivera, kumusta? Kim Estalani, kumusta? Si Renan from Cavite naman, magkikita kami ni Renan Rivera sa March 24. Tandaan po natin, ipa-plug po ulit mga kaibigan, ang ating American Bully Forum na malapit na pong lumabas. I-plug ko kaya dito. Add overlay. Wait lang mga kaibigan. Maglalagay ako dito ng isang ito. Mga kaibigan, ito po yung poster ng ating gagawing American Bully Forum sa March 24. Target ko po around 50 participants. So far po, 10 na lang ang slots. So hindi pa naman po ito parang almost 3 weeks pa po ito or 2 weeks plus. So sa lahat ng mga interesado na malapit lang po sa Antipolo, it's gonna be a Sunday. So at least less traffic po mga kaibigan. Just look for the subdivision Eastland Heights sa may Mega World Antipolo along Marcos Highway mga kaibigan. It's gonna be from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. mga kaibigan. Nandun ho tayo kasama na ho ng maraming mga grupo sa Pilipinas. More than 30 plus na po ang nag-reserve ng kanilang slot. So from new beast yes, to real breeders. So lahat po ng klaseng tao na mahilig po sa pag-aaso. Na po silang aso, magsisimula pa lang, makikinig na sila. So yun po, nag-i-invest po sila sa knowledge po mga kaibigan. So kudos to all those people kasi yun po yung ating gusto mangyari pagka inumpisahan mo ang pag-American Bully, mas maganda na umpisa ka ng tama na marami kang alam, diba po mga kaibigan. So again, this is the American Bully Forum sa Antipolo, Rizal. Pagka kayo ay interesado, please PM lang po kayo. And then I'll send you the online registration link. Yung po, nandiyan na rin sa banner. Kung gusto niyo pong i-review, nasa wall ko po yan mga kaibigan. So please do. If you're interested, why not? Diba? Yan, mga kaibigan. So, let's go back for... Ayan, si JP Durusan. From Zambales yan. Pero pupunta siya sa Antipolo on March 24 because he wants to learn about everything about the American Bully. Diba? So, ayun si Abram. Abram, better click the link na rin, Abram, sama yung pangalan dun sa online registration kasi yun po yung magiging basis ko for the certificate of participation. So all people that's gonna attend the forum will have, if they want, if they want. Hindi naman po kayo pinipilit. Hindi naman po ito plaque or something, but most people are requesting for a certificate of participation. So I'm abiding, and then I will give them the chance to bring home some certificate of participation during that day. Watching from Olonga po, si JB Balig Nasay. Si Flynn Carlo Villanueva, usapang heat stroke daw dahil nagsimula na ang summer. Si John Sale, Super Judge Evening, John Sale. Kumusta? King Ripper. From now on, I'll call you King Ripper. Shout out, boss, EDC Motorworks. Shout out, John Miguel Ramiro. Ayan. Yung sa heat stroke, mga kaibigan, wala pong ibang most effective way to prevent it is to be aware kung nasaan yung alaga nyo most of the time. All the time. Iiwas kayo doon talaga sa bar na kung hindi man maaraw pero mainit pa rin. At the minimum, meron silang electric fan. Sa mga kaya namang mag-provide ng aircon, why not? Ako, may aircon yung kennel ko, pero inuumpisahan ko ang aircon pagka sobrang init na. Hindi naman siya 24 hours. Pero meron tayong mga pinangangalaga ang mga mahalagang aso. Lahat ho naman sila ay mahalaga. So, bibigyan ho natin sila ng suporta sa init by placing them on an AC room. Sobra po talaga, mga kaibigan. Kapag karamdam nyo naman po, dahil paglabas naman po ng bahay, ramdam nyo naman yung simoy ng hangin. Kung may simoy ng hangin, ang electric fan, kung nakatutok sa kanila, more than enough. Tubig, mga kaibigan. Maligo, mga kaibigan, di naman araw-araw. Okay, lagi kayong merong alcohol. Alcohol nilalagay sa singit, sa kilikili. Nilalagay sa katawan dahil nagre-release, tinutulungan mag-release ng heat ng katawan ng aso. Lagi rin kayo merong mga citrus. Ano po yung purpose ng citrus, mga kalamansi? Yung kalamansi, pagka nagkaroon po kayo ng heat stroke attack sa aso at bigla na lang pong masyadong malagkit yung kanyang laway, pagka hinahawakan nyo po, di ba, hirap na siyang huminga, nagiging sticky yung laway, na parang nagkakaroon ng mucus doon sa kanyang ngala-ngala. I-squeeze nyo po yung kalamansi at bigla na lang po siyang medyo matutunaw yung mga mucus or anything makapal na airway. Kung kaya nyo store ho ng isang oxygen tank, matutulungan nyo rin ho sila doon pagka may attack na. Ito pong mga sinasabi ko, pagka may attack na, pero huwag nyo na pong paabutin sa attack. Bigyan lagi ng tubig, constant na silipin sila. Karamihan ho ng mga nagkakaroon ng kamatayan ng aso sa hero, umaalis ang owner nang walang nagbantay or yung bantay umalis ng kahit na 30 minutes lang, hindi na na-realize na sobrang init pala doon sa lugar ng aso, ayun na pa, too late na po. Diba? So, from Cebu naman po, si Kevin Wall, hope to see you soon. Si Darrell from Pampanga, Maya Pabengi, Darrell, Richard Tan, bro, ahem. Kumusta ka na dyan sa CDO? Hopefully, makapasal uli ako sa CDO, ang aking kaibigang matagal na Richard Tan. Sa mga parts ng vehicle sa bandang Mindanao, again, Richard Tan. Ayan. So, tignan natin, hintayin natin. Malapit na sigurong ma-add itong mga to, mga kausap natin. Sa lahat po ng nabibigay ng reaction, Yorski, Rowell, John Louis Palomar, Alfie, Joseph, Ethan, Daniel Dizon, and 62 more. Thank you so much sa inyong reaction. And Lord, Rowell Polyado, good evening din sa iyo, mga kaibigan. Koy, ingat lagi ha. Alam ko lagi kang biyahe-biyahe sa mga koy mo. Good luck sa lahat. Isa ka sa mga haligi. Isa ka sa mga OG ng koy. Sa mga, hindi lang ho, vehicle parts, anything pertaining to koy fish. Contact nyo po si ating kaibigang Richard Tan. John Lord Reyes, shout out daw. Yan, hintayin lang ho natin, no, mga kaibigan. Pero yun po, no, yung nabanggit ko about the heat stroke. Lahat ho ng heat stroke, mga kaibigan, ito po, hindi ito magiging controversial, but I stand by this. Lahat po ng heat stroke incident that led to death of your dog, kasalanan ng may-ari. Kahit pa may tao ka, kahit may nanay ka, may kapatid ka na pinagbabantay mo, kasalanan mo pa rin. Ang aso, wala naman ho silang control kung nasaan sila naka-cage. Wala silang control kung nasaan sila naka-place, di ba mga kaibigan? Kayo pong may-ari ang nagdi-decide kung nasaan sila. Kapag ka nagsimba ka, kapag ka nag-grocery ang buong pamilya, kapag ka may out-of-bound kayo, kailangan sobrang bilin sa mga taong maiiwan na magbabantay sa aso. Karamihan ho talaga ng heat stroke ay kapag ka yung may-ari or yung bantay ay umalis ho ng 30 minutes to 1 hour lang sa lugar niya, pagbalik ho nila, may atake na ho ng heat stroke na nangyari sa aso. Yun po yung katotohanan. Good evening rin kay Alfonso Alak Selen. Shout out daw. Diba? So, ayun. Always observe kung nasaan sila. Papi pa lang, kailangan nalalaman nyo na po kung ano yung kanilang tendencies. Hingalin ba sila? Hirap ba sila? Not all dogs are created equal. Not all American bullies are created equal. Meron hong matibay sa init, na talagang matibay. Meron din naman pong kitang-kita na kagad na hindi niya kaya talaga. Umiinit lang ng kaunti, medyo hihingal na siya. So, dapat alam niyo po kung ano po yung tendencies ng aso niyo. Hindi ho yan dapat pare-pareho. Kung paano mo, kung may 3 kang aso, kung yung 2 napakatibay sa init, huwag mong isipin na yung pangatlo ay ganun din. Kailangan maingat po talaga. Sabi ni Kim, balak daw nilang isali ang tuta nila sa March 17. Pwede ba siya makapaglaro? If not, sino po ba yung contact person para makapag-process po kami within the week? Kim, hindi malinaw ang tanong mo, pero kung ang ibig mong sabihin ay may LT po siya ng ABKC, ang gagawin mo, picturean mo na agad yung LT na yan. Okay? Kung ABKC, picturean mo na yung harap at likod. At kung gusto mo i-process through me, ipipm mo ako. Kung process na kaagad yung aso mo, pero pagdating, siyempre, hindi darating yung permanent paper ng aso mo sa March 17, dahil sobrang bilis naman noon. Ang gagawin mo, ipapakita mo ang magiging basis pagka nag-register ka sa committee registration table sa March 17 will be the photo of your litter ticket. So, pero ang importante, ma-process na agad. Dahil ho mga kaibigan, sa mga hindi nakakaalam at alam ko na marami ang hindi nakakaalam, at kahit sa mga taong nakakaalam naman, ay kinakalimutan pa rin ng sadya. Sa ibang bansa, hindi ka pwede maglaro kahit meron kang American Bully Kennel Club litter ticket. Kailangan permanent paper. Kaya pakiusap na lang po para hindi ho ako laging pinapagalitan or sinisita ng ABKC sa Virginia. Ay lahat ho kayo sumunod na yung mga papers nyo, kapag nasa inyo na po, i-process nyo na po kagad ng permanent yan kapag lalo na pagka may plano kayo mag-dog show. Okay mga kaibigan? Yeah. Okay, Nitz? Dito na. Hi, good evening, Nathan.
Good evening, Sir John. Gandang gabi.
Gandang gabi. Tayo lang natin si Matteo. Medyo may sakit yung anak ni Reg, so tatlo lang tayo ngayon. Alam ko naman excited ka rin dahil kilala mo
Very
si
special
Matteo.
guest.
Oo. Sa series ng ating podcast, live podcast, he's the first international guest. So, yan, very exciting din. Tsaka, other perspective, from other people's perspective, maganda rin ho na marami tayong ma-share sa mga nanonood sa atin. Diba? Kumusta na ang ating mga alaga, Nathan?
Ayun naman, Sir John. Preparing for the upcoming ABKC shows. Pero sa ngayon, tuloy-tuloy lang.
Correct. Of course, sa April 20, meron tayong Pampanga. Care
Yes.
of Jeremiah and being organized by Daryl sa Bacolor, Pampanga. So sa lahat ho ng Central Luzon, North Luzon, lahat ng nasa Pilipinas na gusto makapanood ng top quality, international quality ABKC show, sa April 20 meron po yun. Sa March 17 naman, in 2 weeks time, meron po tayo. Actually, hindi 2 weeks time. Less than 2 weeks time sa Cebu. So, sa lahat ng i-contact mo po for all information about the Cebu ABKC show, please contact Mark Quizon. M-A-R-C. Mark Quizon. Okay? Si Apps ang shoutout daw sa Team Bunal. Tapos, Joseph Cabrera sa Wakas, Pampanga. Yeah. Actually, madalas magpampanga. Last 2022, may mga ilang beses tayo nagkaroon ng Pampanga dog show. So, yeah. Dilieta Billy, Mamangka Kuno. Naku po. Ayun. Pagtaka. May incoming call ako from Taiwan kung kakilala doon. Baka mga scammers to mga to. Nathan, kumusta ang araw mo?
Yes, sir. Sorry. Kakauwi lang. Galing school. Kasi student of the game.
Nakaral.
UANP, University of Asia and the Pacific sa Pasig.
Yan, mga kaibigan, ang ating kaibigan si Nathan ay studying pa. At kanyang mga pangarap sa buhay ay nagsisimula pa lamang. So let's wish Nathan all the best. Dahil he has a full life ahead of him. And I have no doubt Nathan will conquer the world. Hindi lang sa pagbubuli.
Thank you, sir. Si Matteo pala nag-chat din sa akin. Pauwi at papakarating lang yata niya ng bahay. Inayos niya lang yung setup niya.
Pero anyway, may mga bago ka bang puppies or meron ka bang for sale na puppies. Meron kasi nagtatanong sa akin minsan-minsan. And then I referred them. I actually referred one to you and Reg nung nakaraan 3 days ago.
Yes, sir. Actually, nag-PM nga siya sa akin, sir. Maraming salamat sa referral. No? Meron tayong mga puppies. Actually, like I said last live, ito yung first time ko na out in the open na meron akong puppies for pick. Pwedeng mag-pick sa litter. Kasi I used to keep everything.
Ayun. Ako nga rin sinishare ko kanina, meron akong first public bidding, and then I mentioned to you parang 2 weeks ago, Rogan to a Shamrock Otter ni Kong JB. So parang 5 days old na sila. So far so good. Tsaka nakakatawa kasi actually the female Lemmy is black. Tapos si Rogan actually is, of course, fawn, right? Ang tatlo nilang puppies, kasi tatlo lang siya. Ang tatlo nilang puppies, black tri, black tan white. Tapos ang pinakamalaki nilang, although, ang pinakamalaki talaga lumabas sobrang bully, female. Tapos ngayon yung nag-iisang male, humahabol na. Pero they're all black, tan, and white. So hopefully, 5 days, happy ako kay Demi. Demi is caring, wala siyang issue sa, hindi siya aggressive towards her puppies. Medyo protective lang siya sa ibang tao. So, maingat lang naman. Anyway, controlled environment naman kasi, di ba? So, wala na mga iba kakapasok. So far, so good. So, hopefully, God will allow us to have a great first litter of Rogan and a Shamrock daughter at that. So, hopefully, itong mga to ay makadagdag. Lagi ko sinasabi, sana makaambag po sila sa magandang gene pool ng Philippines po. And only time will tell. Only time will tell.
Yes, sir. Matanong mo no? Standard ba yung female na yung Shamrock?
Standard no. Pocket is pocket. So, like I shared before, natural tendency ng ating mga American bully, kahit na standard ng mga parents, lumiliit pa rin sila, nagiging pocket pa rin. So, with that, knowing that, ako, mas madalas kong gamitin sa breeding ngayon, mas malalaki. Kaya I am really hoping na lumaki at tumangkad pa yung mga aso natin para naman hindi sila maging sobrang liit. Kasi with smaller sizes, head size and bone mass is also affected. Kaya alam mo yon, kailangan natin talagang maging aware kung ano ang natural tendency ng ating American Bully breed. Good evening, Jesmar. So ayun, sobrang nakakatuwa lang, may puppy uli. Tingnan natin kung ano ang kalalabasan. Actually, funny thing is my logo sa Das Bully sa likod ko ay exactly the color of the puppies. Black, tan, and white.
Kamusta, Sir John?
What? Sige, go ahead.
Sir, kamusta kamusta yung mga attendees natin sa American Bully Forum?
We have actually 35 to 37 na. So around 10 people na, actually 35 to 37 na naka-online registration. Pero meron pa rin po tayo mga kaibigan na medyo tinatamad lang kasi alam naman nila pupunta talaga pero hindi pa sila nag-online registration. So I'm gonna say 40 na po yung ating medyo sigurado na pupunta talaga, more than 40. So sabi ko nga, halos 10 na lang yung slots. But we'll see. March 24 pa naman siya. So 50 yung ating target. So kung sumobra tayo, walang problema. Hopefully, mas marami. Again, ang sinabi ko sa kanila, Nathan, katulad mo, bago ka, nila Reg, bago, di ba? But we'll see. We'll be able to accommodate more and baguhan and datihan officer, judge, walang problema. Ito na si Matteo.
Good to everybody.
Matteo, how are you? Buongiorno.
Everything good. Buongiorno. Everything is good. Sorry for the
Welcome
late.
to our live podcast. We are from the Philippines, me and Nathan, to all the viewers. We are from the Philippines, and then our guest is from Italy, Matteo from Bullyparadise Italy. We're in Italy, my brother. We're in Italy.
I live in the north of Italy, like 40 minutes from Venice.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So 40 minutes lang away from the Venice. Yung
Yeah.
world famous location.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
meet my good friend Nathan Matteo. I think you know Nathan.
My brother.
Good evening, brother. Good day to you, brother.
So what we could talk
Nathan,
about?
Yeah, Nathan, would you do the honors of like asking the first question?
Yeah.
All right. So, as for the people here who don't know who Matteo is, he is the handler of Grand Champion Bad. He is a partner of Simon De for the Bullyparadise Kennel. He's a producer of Grand Champion Bad, My Own Dog, Polar Tank and Siska, Bingo, and he also handled Grand Champ Aaron. So I've received a lot of questions. Well, I received a single question from numerous people that I told about this live, and they all asked me one thing. First, so I guess I'll start with that question. What do you do to prepare for your dogs in the show? Because they can see that when you handle the dog, their question was, when you handle the dog, how do you create that imprinting, or how do you create that bond that the dog just responds with you?
Okay. So that's a very good question that deserve for me a very interesting talk. Oh, my mother is ciao Simona.
Hi, ciao Simona.
So it's a very good question. First of all, in my opinion, we have to give a specific category to each dog that we have to prepare, because not all the dogs are the same. For example, I handle even like Tank and Bingo, and with both of them, I did different type of work. With Bud, I did different type of work. With Grand Champion Big Aaron, another type of work. So first of all, we have to analyze the dog, okay? Where are the positive things? Where are the negative things? Okay. Like for example, with the dog that I have now, that is a Grand Champion Bud. Okay. We start with Bud because Bud is a very quiet dog, relaxed dog. Okay. So we have to work on his mentality. Okay, to completely change, because I love when the dog is the ring, is completely relaxed. He has like a positive stress, not a negative stress. Okay. So I start with him to create a feeling by stay with me all the day, from the morning to the night, because it is important that he know perfectly what I do and who I am. And at the same time, I have to perfectly know the dog from the morning to the evening, what he do and what he don't want to do. Okay. In this way, we can create the perfect relationship, like how I feed him in the morning and in the evening, how we go out, what we do for training. Okay, so we have to completely analyze how a dog is.
I understand, Matteo.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I will just try to interrupt for a minute. So I
Yeah.
can viewers. To my understanding, what's very important to realize is that each dog is different. All right. So, like I said a while ago about the another topic, a handler, a trainer, or the owner must know the kind of dog that he is training and handling. Matteo mentioned a while ago about Bad being, he said his description is quiet dog, maybe more precisely a mild-mannered dog, a calmado, tranquilo,
Yes. Exactly. Italiano.
very, yeah, very tranquilo, very calm dog. So there are that you need to work harder. So imagine what Mateo is saying. He lives with Grand Champion Bad in his home. He lives with the dog. But imagine the Philippines or maybe in other countries also listening tonight is that there are situations where the handler or the trainer only visits the dog once or a month, right, Mateo? But
Yes,
this is very difficult. Go ahead,
that's
Mateo. Go
why
ahead.
that's why I don't want to be classified as an handler, okay? Because I want to prepare the dog from the first day to the last day of him. And simply hand, I don't want to create I don't want to go to show and take like 10 dogs, 20 dogs to show. Okay? Because I want to create a feeling with each dog that I want to prepare.
Yeah, it's a relationship.
Exactly. I usually when I prepare dogs, I prepare like one dog or two dogs. 100% perfect. That's what I want to do. Because
Mm-hmm.
when I go to the show, I want that my dogs are perfectly trained. They go inside the ring with no stress. That's important. Try
Yes,
to take a dog on the leash for the first time at the show. It's very hard. And the dog,
very hard.
it's very difficult that the dog answered you in the best way.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. And for
Uh,
example, with Grand Champion Bud, that is a very, very quiet dog, I have to train
uh-huh.
hard because he doesn't like, for example, to play a lot. So I have to create on him motivation to play.
Correct, correct,
Okay.
correct.
I have to create him motivation to exercise. I have to create him a motivation to come with me outside with the leash. That's very important. I have to create on with him the motivation to train for the show.
I think Mateo, the situation with Bad, many
Yeah,
people can relate to that because imagine based on your story,
yeah,
you live with Bad together in your home.
yeah,
Here in the Philippines, most of the trainers, most of the handlers, they don't own the dogs. They visit once a week or twice a week. So what I'm gonna tell people from the Philippines is that, of course, we cannot all afford what Mateo is doing. We cannot do what Mateo is doing. We cannot afford to to take every dog that you're gonna handle home. You cannot all do that. But what Mateo is trying to teach us or share is more bonding, more time together is very beneficial because you are able to learn or study the dog's tendencies. Nathan, correct?
Yes, Sir John. I agree. And just a follow-up question, Matteo.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of handlers will be here in the Philippines will be interested to know what is it that you do to motivate Bad to play with you.
Sorry, repeat because I lost the connection.
So, what do you do to motivate Bad for him to be happy?
Okay, I start with Bud, like for example, I play with him a lot with the ball. Okay, but the first time I only throw the ball and wait for him to run, for example. Okay, and Bud didn't run the first time. I tried the second time, only throw the ball, and Bud didn't run. That's a problem. So the third time, I throw the ball and run with the ball, and Bud follow the ball. When he catch the ball, I said to him, "Good boy, good boy." That's how I teach him that he's doing the right way, and he's happy because I give him a compliment. You did a good job. Even when we win, I said, "Good boy, Bud. Good boy, Bud," because it's important that the dog know that he's doing the right things, and he has to be happy to be in the ring or to play with me. Even when we go inside the water, Bud doesn't like to swim. I use a lot to train the dog in the water, especially in the summer, where in my country it really is really hot and warm. So it's very difficult to train the dog outside only by walk. Okay? So I go a lot in the swim, in the river. Okay? I swim with the dog. I swim with the dog. Yeah. So the
Yeah.
dog learn that I am with him and I don't leave him alone.
Wow, that's very nice.
We-
That's very nice
like-
to hear.
For example, I with Bud I do a lot to I work a lot to increase the muscle on the back, okay, and the front. Okay. I remember the first preparation that I did with Bud. I woke up like 5:30 in the morning, okay, during the summer because we had the show in September, okay. So I had the summer to prepare the dog. I woke up at 5:30 in the morning, and we go to the mountains to run, and I run with the dogs.
Wow.
That's it.
Many.
Because the dogs
So,
need to know that
Yeah.
I'm with him.
yeah. So different activities with the dogs.
Yeah.
Just to recap some of the things that Matteo mentioned a while ago. In the first day that Bad was being trained, Matteo threw ball to twice, and Bad wasn't really even looking at the ball. But on the third time, when Bad tried to catch the ball or get the ball through his mouth, Matteo gave compliment. This is not rocket science to everybody. The one basic thing about training, I'm not a professional trainer, but what I really know is that I agree with Matteo that everything that your dog does that is a positive, a compliment must be given to the dog.
Yeah.
And the second thing that Matteo, I think, is trying to share to us is that create bonding opportunities with your dog. Meaning, do activities together with your dog. Mateo swims with his dogs. Mateo goes to the mountains and do hiking with the dogs. So he is trying to establish a good relationship with his dogs.
Yes.
And from Luna Rafael, he said Matteo is one of the best handlers in the
No,
world.
no. No. I just love my dogs. That's it.
Any more questions?
Ayan, Sir John, medyo nag-choppy. Ano yun?
Any more questions? Follow up?
Yeah, actually, I have a lot of questions that
Okay.
people have been asking. So, well, okay. First of all, I want we've introduced Matteo. I want Matteo now. If Matteo, you would kindly please inform everyone of who you really are, what you've done before. I remember you mentioned to me that you actually went to school for training your dogs and you really studied training dogs. So
I'm studying. I'm still studying.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm doing a master here in my country to become a professional educator. And then after this master, I will become a professional educator. And another school, I will do another school next year to become a professional instructor for the dogs. Okay.
Wow.
Because for me, this is passion, but I want even to inspire people to transmit this passion in the right way. Even like I started last year to judge, and I think that we as a judge, I think that John can say the same. I hope that my opinion is the same of John. We have to say something to the people that are in the ring, because only with our words the community can grow up and increase the passion, how to breed the dogs, how to handle the dogs, how to train the dogs, and where they can do that in the show ring. So
Yes.
we as a judge, we have a lot of responsibility towards the other people. That's why I started this master, this school, okay? Because I want to teach to people how to correctly bring the dog to the show, train the dogs, and listen to the dog. That's very important. Because the dogs with the movement, with the eyes, with the tongue, okay, speaks. So we have to listen to the dog. That's it.
Matteo, thank you for sharing that. I totally agree. If you notice, I started doing this live again with Nathan and Reg Capistrano
Yeah.
because the way, just to correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the main message that you are trying to convey is proper communication.
Yes.
All
Exactly.
right. As judge, leader of communities, proper communication is very vital. As you can see in our world, in the American bully world, there are a lot of drama, and it all is caused by miscommunication or lack of communication.
Exactly.
Okay, so what I am trying to say is that I hope you appreciate, Mateo, that actually in on March 24 we will have the American Bully Forum, and this is my way as an ABKC judge for a long time to teach people here in my country how to properly do it. And I will mention one thing right now that will pertain about judges. Here in the Philippines, I want to correct one thing. A lot of things, but this one thing is very important to me. Here, Mateo, we have ABTC, yes.
Yeah.
We average in 1 year maybe 7, 8 shows to 10 shows in 1 year. But here in the Philippines, we have local shows. Okay? Of local clubs that have local judges. I keep telling people here in the Philippines that we hear a lot of complaints after the show, of course. But the thing with me with judges, local judges, what I want for them to learn is that we as judges, 8 out of 10 times, 8 out of 10 times, we make it correct. But the biggest but me is that after giving the ribbon or the trophy, if one of the dog's owner that didn't win ask a question, most of the judges cannot justify their decision. They cannot properly communicate why they make that decision. Do you agree, Matteo?
I completely agree. But why I decided to do this type of of talk? Because I remember like 9 years ago when I started to with the bully game. Okay, I remember that I went to the show because I had to learn at the show. And the problem is that at the show, I didn't learn nothing. Because the show needed to be like the point where the people can learn something.
Yes.
Where the people can ask to the judge why I lost, why I win, what I can do to correct my dog, why my dog is not correct, why my dog has got a problem, how can I solve it? So we, as a judge, need to give these answers to people that ask us this.
Correct, Mateo. Mateo, let me to you a very short thing that doing here in the Philippines. I keep telling people here that aside from the enjoyment, aside from the happiness, joy that you get, I always tell people, ABC shows in particular, dog shows, are learning activities. If you are serious with this bully game, if you are serious, you want to improve on your dogs, going to dog shows should be a learning activity, not only entertainment, not only caution, but it should always be a learning activity for everyone, because without constant learning, you will not go anywhere. You will have status quo.
Exactly. Perfectly said. I totally agree with you.
Yeah. Thank you. Nathan, next question. Do you have?
May someone who wants to remain anonymous asked me a question. Can you ask? I'll translate it first. In Tagalog, Sir, ano po ginagawa ni Matteo or anong binibigay niyang treats other than words? Meron ba siyang ginagamit na treats? So Matteo, they're just basically asking if you use any kind of treat besides or anything to reward bad.
Repeat, please.
Are you giving them any kind of treats or food specifically?
Okay. Yes, even in this case, Bad is different from all the other dogs. Okay, I started with a diet the first time, and I saw great results with hike. Mostly, I start the preparation 2 months before the show. Okay, and I start to increase day by day the quantity of the food and the quantity of the training. you know, because the quantity of the training needed to be supported by the quantity of the food. The quantity of the food had to be energy, because the training like use the energy of the food. Okay, so I start with high protein food. I use I don't know if you in Philippines have you got the Royal Canin. Okay, with Bud the first time I use a specific product of Royal Canin that is 4,800 energy. Okay, that is very high calories and increase the mass of the dog. The problem is that after this preparation, after 2 months, where all was perfect, we did all the show during the summer, but has got allergies. So we completely changed the diet, and we use now a kibble with salmon, only salmon. Okay, and we use a lot of supplements. Okay, for example, omega-3, you know, multivitamins for the dogs, and I use specific supplements that you can find on the internet that is for the horse, and it is Muscle-Up, the name. You only need to give to the dogs 1.5 milliliters, so it's a very small quantity because it's for the horse. So for the dogs is very small quantity every day for 3 months. Okay, to help him to build muscle. Obviously, you don't have to only give the supplements. You have to train the dogs. Otherwise, only the supplements doesn't work.
Useless. Yeah.
So mostly I use kibble with salmon, and in the last 2 weeks I increased with the meat. I add some meat, okay, fresh meat, and for 3 months I use supplements. Omega-3 for the how do you call it? The skin. The skin. Exactly. And that's it.
But the question,
obviously, remember that each dog is different, so you have to analyze each dog. For example, in my school, the first thing that they tell me was that when you have a dog in training, you have to ask to the owner if the dog has got allergies or not, because every dog is different.
Yeah. Matteo, I have a question to you. What do you usually do? How do you tame or how do you control dogs that are very hyper? Not aggressive, but they are hyper. How do you deal with those type of dogs?
It's very hard because what I see, especially working on our online, that is Grand Champion Big R Online, all our dogs are very quiet. Okay. So for me, I can't say that it's easy, but it's different. Okay. I have another dog now in my yard that I published more than 1 month time. Is Killer, the name of the dog. Is a son of a Grand Champion Big Aaron, and he's a very strong dog, and he has got always powerful. He's always active, so it's very difficult. Okay, so I have to teach him to be quiet. I speak with him to be quiet.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, you can have the first time on the leash that the dog is perfect. Because the dog has to know where he is. The dog has to know the environment that is around him. Because not all the dogs in the ring are good. So what I do, especially with the dog that are very powerful, I go out a lot on the street, so they start to know what's around them, and day by day they start to be quiet.
Okay.
They start to know the person, the bikes, the cars,
Mhm.
the bus.
Familiarity.
Exactly. That's what I do.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
for example, for me, the best training is for the show, obviously, to take a dog to a mall.
Yeah. Correct.
Why a mall? Because in a mall you have music, you have people around that touch him, you have stairs, you have different types of market, so different type of environment.
Yeah. It's
And
more
the
like
dogs, yeah,
simulation of the dog show
yes,
environment.
exactly. So that's what I
Okay.
do. When you have a powerful dog, you have day by day put him in different situation of like stress, but you have to transform this stress in negative stress to positive stress.
Okay. Very good. Thank you.
No problem.
Nathan, you have more?
Well, I'm sure I've talked to Matteo about this. A while ago, we were talking about strong hyper dogs. So a lot of people have been asking me about this also, about Tank specifically, and I keep telling and again, for everyone who just joined us, Matteo was the handler of Tank before I got Tank. He took care of Tank. So Matteo, I mean, I'm very transparent with the people around him. They've all seen Tank. He gets a little bit mad when there's another alpha dog. What do we do with that? What can we do with that? With Tank, if he gets mad around other alpha dogs, because you can bring him around other dogs, but if he sees another alpha, he wants to be dominant. He wants to be the alpha.
Okay, the problem is, Nathan, that as I said to you, it's very hard for me to give you an answer now.
Yeah.
Not because I'm not able to give you an answer now, but because I have to analyze all the situation that is around the Tank. So I need maybe a week to analyze the situation.
Yeah.
Because my work as trainer or in the next years as a professional educator is to know everything about the dog. Even the most stupid question. Like, for example, how many times a day are you at home? Or how many times a day your mother are at home? Or how many times a day Tank is alone at home? So I need to analyze all the situation.
Yeah. So, just in general, brother, just so people that have an idea of what you're trying to say, siguro. I mean, so it's the same answer I also gave them, but it also again it depends on the dog again, right? And it depends on the situation of the dog and how you're gonna control it. Because a lot of people here are already familiar with the Aeron line because of Tank and Grand Champion Reg Ragnar of Manila. So they're I'd like to say a lot of people are starting to recognize the pattern or the capabilities of the Grand Champ Aeon line. So I guess my next question to you is, not just as a handler, but also as a partner of Shimon and as a breeder. What is it about? What are you trying to breed next? What are you trying to move towards to?
Okay, so exactly this morning, I was with one of my friends, and I was talking about that. We, as breeder, we have an important rules in the life of the dogs. We have to grow up the dog in the best way so our customer can be happy. What does this mean? This means that if you have like 20 dogs, 30 dogs, 40 dogs, you can't control all the kennel. So we, as Bullyparadise, decide to clean the kennel and have a small number of dogs, like 4, 5, or 6 female, all with specific characteristics that we are looking for, and all based on the Caron line. Maybe comes from different father and mother. Okay. And what we want to do is like 1 liter a year. Why 1 liter a year? Because we want to give to the customer a guarantee that the dog that we grow up, the puppies that we grow up in our kennel will be perfect, because we can follow perfectly the entire litter. The project in the future is to increase the perfection of the dog, because now we have Grand Champion Bud that, in my opinion, not because he's my dog, but is the perfect standard of the bully breed, in my opinion. He has got a big problem on the front, okay, because he do a lot like this when he walks. So we want to fix this problem. We want to have to work on the movement of the dogs, because what I see nowadays is the movement is a very big problem in the ring. Okay, we want to concentrate on the breed type based on the head of Grand Champion Bud and Grand Champion Vicaron. So we want to have all the dogs that are like rigged, you know, all the same. We want to work on the angulation, on the back, and the top line. And so we are selecting our female on these characteristics. I hope that I answered your question. If I'm not clear enough, just say me, no problem. I'm here to answer the question.
And that's
It's
really
okay. It's okay. We understand.
because again, I agree with your point, and that I also have tank and determined. I also see that with tank, and that's why I'm also trying to clean that as well. Again, we have to put a balance between movement and mass. So it has to be a bully, but it also has to move. And I completely agree. We can already start creating that. So we have a question here from Dominic, who also handled tank before. He just wanted to ask Matteo, how many champions and grand champ have you handled?
Okay, as I said you before, I don't want to handle many dogs, because I want to prepare 1 or 2 dogs 100% perfect. I handled my first American Bully. Okay, and he's now champion. I handled Grand Champion Bigaron. I prepare Grand Champion Bigaron to take the last point that he needed to be Grand Champion. I handled Grand Champion Bad. Now that's all, these 3 dogs, and I'm working on the next generation.
So I guess you can say that, brother, you're really exclusive to
Exactly.
dogs.
Exactly. Because even a lot of people ask me, can you handle my dog? Can you handle my dog? I said no. Because I want to prepare a dog 100%. I don't want
Nathan,
to
you
be
can
rude.
translate this.
I don't want to be rude or something like that. That's
Yeah.
my opinion, because I want to be as professional as possible.
Yeah.
In other words,
For example, I give you another example why I want to be as professional as possible. Last year, they called me in Ireland to judge for a registry, UKBKC, okay, and the president of the registry asked me to judge even the bulldog type. I'm not professional in the bulldog type, and I said to him, no, I don't want to judge the bulldog type because I'm not prepared on that.
That's good. That's good.
yeah, I guess what Matteo is trying to say is he wants to be sure. He for lack of better term, he's a perfectionist of his craft. So he
Yeah.
wants to make sure that when he's going in the show ring, he doesn't need a lot of dogs, but the dog he will have with him go to the very end. Will go to the best of best. So
Matteo,
Matteo,
there is
another question for you here from Kiko. Kiko is asking, is there a chance to fix the top line through training when the American Bully has a slight high rear?
It's very difficult, but you can do it by like put the collar on the neck. Okay, it's like a movement that you have to do on the dog. Like this one, for example, is the neck and the head, and when you start the dog, you have to do like this. Okay, so you can try to put the perfect line on the back. It's a little movement. You don't have to move a lot because otherwise the dog can lose the balance of his body. So you have to do like a little movement.
Yeah. Okay. So I hope that answers your question, Kiko. It's again, guys. Matteo is the credentials of Matteo. It's crazy. It's crazy. I was talking to him the other night, and he already told me he was already taking masters. He was taking classes to be a professor or an educator in training. So he's not just a person who who has been training or handling a dog just because he started to. He's been training and handling a dog. He's been training and handling a dog, not just by application, but also by studying the dog, studying the breed, studying the process. So again,
Exactly.
we appreciate these kind of questions because this is the reason why we invited Matteo here, because he has the knowledge of an international. He has the knowledge of a handler that he prepared and trained. Well, I can say 3 out of 3 of the dogs he handled or he trained in the show ring all became champions, if not grand champions. So, and that's saying a lot.
I want to be honest. because otherwise maybe people can say something else. That, for example, the first dog that I had, some other people helped me to reach the title, but
Yeah.
only me, I prefer the dog.
Yeah.
Grand Champion Bud is only me. I trained him and handle him. And Grand Champion Big Aaron, here Grand Champion Big Aaron, unfortunately, has got a long story behind him, and many handlers handled him. Just because I want to be clear.
Yeah. I'm sure they can appreciate that, brother.
Yeah.
Because as much as I know, there are not a lot of handlers here who actually went to school for handling or training. And I'm not trying to bring them put any doubts in other people said that they're good, they're not good, because handlers here are doing their best, and they're still being able to train and handle champion dogs. What I'm just trying to say here is that we have here now a guest who does not only who does not only train and handle, but based on experience, but also studied his craft. So there's a deeper foundation of knowledge to his in his capabilities of handling and preparing a dog. So, brother, we have another question for you.
Yeah.
He's asking, he says he has a good structured dog. However, she has a cow hawk. She's been training almost up. She's been training for a month now. Uphill, sandwalk, and swimming. However, nothing is changing. I want to show her. So that's the first question. I think the first question is, what can we do about the cow hawk? I think the second part can be answered by you and Mr. John. How is it possible for her to win?
I have to answer, or John?
Yeah. For the first part, I think you can give us your opinion about that, and then I want to hear the different opinions of two judges.
Yes.
If a dog with good structure but with cowhawk has a possibility to win in the show. So, first, brother, the cowhawk situation.
So, first of all, we have to know the level. At what level is the cohort situation? Because if it's like this or like this, it's completely different level of cohort. It's very hard to correct this situation. You can work on increase the muscle on the back, so you can give support to the legs, to the back legs, but it's very hard. The second question that is there possible to win the show? Even this question is difficult to answer, because we have to know how many dogs are in the classes. Because if it's like 3 dogs, for example, and all 3 have problems, we have to analyze the problem. So I can't say yes or no.
Correct. Let me support the answers of Matteo. First of all, what I will always keep telling people, whoever is listening, whenever, if the problem is structural, it is very difficult, almost very close to impossibility, especially if it is an adult dog already. If the problems like no angulation, cow hack, high rear, easty-westy, if it's almost a fault due to the structure of the dog, it is very difficult to correct. But to answer the question, but Matteo was able to tell you that if you can probably increase the muscle, then the cowhack probably might be lessened. Okay? But for the second question, I agree with Matteo, but let me elaborate further. As a judge of ABKC or any other show, whenever the fault is not a disqualifying fault, you will always have chance to win. Why? Because you are not disqualified, and depending on the competition, that's why Matteo said he cannot answer it firmly or categorically because he doesn't have the details or information on the competition. But plainly answering your question, the chance of winning, yes, because it's automatically disqualified because it's fault, but on the competition inside the show ring. Okay? I hope that answers the question. There's another Mateo here. What is your opinion on the top performing dog who pooped while gating inside the ring?
My opinion. Honestly, we have to understand why the dog popped in the ring, because can be even the dog popped in the ring because he's stressed. So this is even part of the training, maybe. And then we have to separate this answer to the other one. That all my dogs that go inside the ring, like 15 minutes before, go out to poo, to pee, or whatever they need to do.
If I may add, brother, I think to elaborate on what he's trying to ask, I think what he's trying to ask is, will that affect his the scoring of the judges in the judges' mind, or will that affect the results of his performance, or is that considered? Will they consider that as, oops, you pooped?
If we have to be straight, we have even to analyze why this happened, you know. But for me, does not mean disqualification or I can give the dog the first place or the second place or the third place.
Yeah. If I may, if you will want to listen to me, I will try to answer the
Obviously,
question also.
yes.
I agree with Matteo again, because this is the thing. First of all, we always deal with what is written in the rules or whatever in the standard. Peeing or pooping is not really a disqualifying. It's not even a fault. Okay? Of course, we don't like to see dog pooping inside the show ring. It's undesirable. It's not something that we want to see. But do we punish that dog immediately and decide that it's not gonna win? No, 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 no. But let me give you a concrete example or a good example where if your dog pooped inside the show ring, that it might be very disadvantageous. For example, your dog is beautiful, top quality dog, but it is also competing to against another equally top dog. They are both beautiful, structure, performance. Every time they give it their best, and then all of a sudden, your dog pooped at the show ring. The judge is a human being. If everything is equal between the competitors, and then all of a sudden your dog poop, then probably the judge will sway and give it to the competing dog, the other dog. All right. But to simply answer the question, it is not a disqualifying fault. It's not a disqualifying activity or something. So the judge can give a chance. You can try to, we can call the maintenance and clean up, and then do the activity again, do the gating again, do the stocking again. Okay? We will not punish it right away by disqualifying it. I hope that answers the question.
Perfectly agree with you.
Okay.
You explain a better way,
Nico
obviously. Than mine.
Villanueva, I was able to answer your question already. So basically, I think, Nathan, do you have more questions?
I guess for all the people, since we have a lot of new upcoming judges and handlers here in the Philippines, especially with the local clubs, new upcoming judges. I guess I have a question for the both of you. Yeah.
Okay.
How, since a lot of the people here know each other, they know these dogs. Some may even have the bloodline of this dog, or some might even have a relationship with the owner of different dogs, and all of whatever. As judges, what are the etiquettes you practice when judging?
What?
What are the etiquettes? What would be your decision when you know for a fact that you, as a judge, will be judging a certain bloodline that you may have, you may use. It's probably uh, owned by a really good friend of yours that everyone knows. Because it's to be honest, there's a lot of upcoming judges here locally. So I want to know what is expected of their etiquettes and their responsibility.
You don't have to obviously. I like uh, the breed type. Okay, like for example, my kennel is based on the Aron line, so I like that type of line. But I have many more that I like. But obviously, in my opinion, these things uh, does not have to uh, does not have to be mixed with the judgment, because the judgment must be done only based on the standard of the breed. That's it.
Correct. I agree again. And being a Filipino, being someone who is deeply rooted in the community of the Philippines, I will set myself as an example. How I wish I am able to show my dogs. How I wish I am able to compete inside the show ring, because I am a competitor at heart. I may be I may be this and that right now, but when I started, it's all about competition about for me. I wanted to win. I wanted to win every time. So there is always a desire for me to compete. Now, why I'm saying that? If I myself, to be honest, in ABKC, even if you are a judge, you can compete in this inside the show. You can you can have dogs and compete in the show. All right. But of course, if you are a judge and you know that one of your production is gonna compete, it's either you will inhibit yourself or you will tell the owner of the dog, please, maybe do it on the next show, maybe do it on the other show, not during my time inside the show. That's what you call delicadeza, right? And for people that is close to you, your friends are going to show. To be honest, I don't care. You are not you are not prohibited to judge if there is a friend of yours that's gonna compete. If they know you, and if they know your reputation as a judge, that you don't inside the show ring, then you can judge anyone. I don't care if it's President Biden, President whoever. If you are, as Matteo said, if you are only basing it on the American Bully Kennel Club standards, then even if Jesus Christ is showing inside the show ring, he will not automatically win.
Yeah.
I think the reason why I asked that, like I said, there are a lot of upcoming judges. So, it's good to hear the perspective of two different judges who are not currently judging in the Philippines. So we'd have a different kind of answer, you know. So I think another question. No problem, Nico. Again, this is for everyone. We're trying to create a very transparent podcast here, right? So, there's another question that was tagged to me or sent to me. Here we go. What is more important, performance or breed type? And I guess to clarify on what breed type he's trying to say. I'm gonna assume. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. I'm gonna assume that you mean breed type of the mass, the bulkiness of the dog, since that's what is commonly referred to as breed type here. So
Before Mateo will answer, I will let Mateo answer this one. But before Mateo will answer this question, um, I know you get it, Nathan. But let me educate CJ first and other people listening that performance or movement is what they are trying to is part of breed type.
yeah,
Okay. So Mateo, to clarify, just like Nathan did was CJ is trying to ask, which do you prefer? The looks of being a bully or how it is moving inside the showroom? Which do you which do you prefer? Which weighs more for you?
Honestly, if it's a bully but does not move good, or it's not an elf bully, like for example, is a bully but the nose, okay, is too much closed, so he can't breathe in the best way. He has got maybe the look of a bully, but the dog has got problem. So I prefer the performance of the dog. You know how he moves, if he's correct or not. The bite, the top line, the angulation, the movement in the back, the movement on the front. Because if it's okay, breed type, but has got only the head and the rest on the back, where is it? Or perfect undulation, or the rest on the front, where is it?
Okay, Mateo. Thank you for your answer. But judge. I will answer this question, and if I may, I'll try to answer it. Okay, English. I will try to answer it in English. Okay. Because the one thing that I really wanna. This is one of the topics during my upcoming American Bully Forum. I like that Mateo said he considers, of course, movement, but during his explanation of his answer, he mentioned a lot of parts of the dogs that he wants to see. The ambulation, the fronts, the bite, the nose, and everything. To properly explain this, as like I said, movement is part of breed type. Kayo is telling us the different parts of the dog should be sound, proper angulation, top line, and everything, and will all boil down to breed type. Okay. If the dog, because there are 5 aspects of the breed type, it's not only being thick or being strong. It should be a complete American bully to say that or to label the dog as a dog that falls under the correct breed type. CJ, if I am judging, I will always weigh more on the breed type rather than the movement alone. Why? I are judging American Bully. If the dog has a very sound breed type, almost complete dog, that American Bully should be having good mass, massive bones, massive head, everything that should a bully looks like Grand Champion Bad, like Champion Tank. But if you are expecting Grand Champion Bad to move like a horse or a Doberman or another breed that is like inside the show ring, then that's wrong. I will always give more weight on the appearance and the breed type rather than just the movement. Because why? Because this is, I'll give you an example. We are only humans. If we are looking at a running pit bull and then a running American bully, I think you will always love the running, only judging the movement. But we are not judging pit bull. We are judging the movement of an American bully. The movement of an American bully should be different from lighter breeds like the pit bull, the Doberman, the German Shepherd. Okay? So, anyway, it's a long question, but let me just try to clarify and summarize that the movement is part of breed type. So if the dog doesn't have proper movement, then it lacks breed type. All right. Anyway, another. So
Even
LS
I want to. Can we spend more words on
okay.
this question, because it's very interesting for me, and I think that we can talk about this. Obviously, we have to judge breed type, but we have even to judge the health of the dog. If the dog is in the best condition to enter the ring. As I said you, John, before, I look a lot on the nose of the dog, if it's open or not. If he can breathe in the best way or not. Because a dog can be perfect or whatever it is, but if it's not healthy, it's a problem for the dog.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that you understand me.
Yeah, of course. What you're saying is the condition of the dog when it enters the ring. Of course, that matters, of course. Because even if you have the 100% breed type, but if you are,
it's a problem.
then it's a problem already. Right.
Yeah.
But yeah. I hope everything is clear with our audience with that.
Yeah.
We don't like dogs that are having heavy breathers or almost passing out, almost having a heat stroke inside the show ring, because it only shows that that dog is not prepared for that day. It's not properly prepared during that dog show, prior to the dog show.
Yes, exactly.
So we say hi to Nico Van GCN.
Big man.
Hi, Nico.
Big man from Holland.
Yeah, very small man from Holland.
Little.
Little. Anyway, I think we will try to have the last questions for Matteo, and then we can let Matteo, because I believe he has a long day already. But maybe my
very
question,
long, very
Matteo,
long day, and you know that I have very long night.
I know. So, what? Yeah. Nathan.
Fine, sorry, Sir John, you were a
So
little
last
shocked.
two questions for Matteo. Do you have one question for him?
I guess I have one question, and Sir John, I would like also to maybe if you could share your insight.
Okay.
When it comes to, again, I'm speaking behalf of the people who have asked this question before, right? So when you have when you have your dogs in the show ring, they're all running around. Do the judges take into consideration the amount of laps or the amount of times that the dog has entered into show ring when he gets tired? When the dog gets tired.
Matteo,
Do you mean?
the number
Do
of
you
times
do you
go
mean
around.
Of
how one?
running around.
I don't perfectly understand the question.
Yeah, let me
Question.
let me rephrase it, my friend. For judges, do we matter to us when it comes to gating? Because there are times that there are judges who let the dogs gate around the show ring for many times. So there are times that there are some dogs that get tired already. So the question of Nathan is, does it matter to us? Am I correct, Nathan?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So if the dog is tired during go around the ring,
Many times.
Many
okay,
times.
many
'Cause this is
times.
a frequent question. I think Sir John knows this.
Actually,
Yeah.
A lot
Mateo,
of
it's yeah, I know, Nathan. Mateo, it's maybe more of a question of how many times is many times.
yeah.
Obviously, even for this question, we have to analyze because, like last year, it happens to me that I did a weekend of four show. At the last show, the dog was completely tired. He can't even walk because he was very, 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 very tired. And the judge said me that I didn't win because he was tired, but
Yeah.
very, very tired. So he didn't perform in the best way. But
Yeah.
when we walk around, usually I do only one round together and stop. No more than one round.
Correct. So
I
my
don't know if
answer, yeah,
if
you
I
did.
answer the question or not.
Yeah, you did. But
Yeah, yeah.
for me, my interpretation of your your answer is that one round for you is enough for you to
Yeah,
see. Yeah,
yeah. You have
yeah,
to you have to look.
yeah. I am so happy because Mateo has almost the same answer as me. What I'm gonna tell you is that a judge that makes dogs run for 3, 4, 5 times inside the show ring while he is making a decision is not really doing his job or is not prepared to do his job. You know why? He is buying because he is undecided. That's the only he was those dogs run around around 5 times, 6 times already. He is just waiting for a dog whip or to get tired and give the decision. To be honest, what Matteo said, just one time, you already know who has the movement, who has the proper movement already. Okay? Imagine this. We will dog stack. We will do the diagonal walk. It will up and then it will go down and go towards you and then one more round. And then during the final round, you will make another round. It's more than enough for us judges to see the proper movement. We don't need to let those dogs get tired. We are not judging working dogs. We are judging American bullies. It is more than enough them once or twice. If you are good, if you know what you are looking for, one time is enough for you to see if there is bad structure, bad movement on that dog. I hope I was able to answer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
So-
I mean, yeah.
Anyway, last,
question, eh.
so that
Yeah.
is that's the second to the last. My question is, maybe it's more of a lighter question for Matteo because of course we would like, of course, Nathan and Simile to say our thank you from the bottom of our hearts just by sharing your knowledge. I am so happy because this is the first time I have talked to you the longest, and it's even in the live.
We
But
only meet
but
one
I am
time.
very happy. I am so happy because you have a lot of ambition, and just like Nathan, a young guy, a young man, but still a lot of ambition to do. I hope you continue reaching your goals, being an educator, being one of the best with whatever you choose. So we wish you luck, Matteo. But my question maybe is for the 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, what do you want to see in bully community worldwide?
Can be an answer that can be rude, but I have to say,
Okay,
I want to
no
see
problem.
more passion and less money.
I love your answer, Mateo. More passion and less money.
Yeah.
I understand. I understand what.
If you want, I can explain, but maybe I can stop here.
No, it's okay. The Filipino people will understand you fully with your answer, and even not the Filipino people, all the people listening right now. Just by saying more passion and less money, it's understood. It's understood. It's a universal and a common understanding with all the nations that if we have more passion than less money, then the world is gonna be a better place. So with that being said, Nathan and we should thank Matteo, grazie. We hope to see you soon here in the Philippines, maybe as a guest or maybe if you soon become a judge. Who knows? We'll never know. But here we thank you. We thank you.
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you
Thank you
guys
so
for inviting me. I'm very proud to be part of this community, to have a part of our family that is in Philippines, that is Nathan, his father John,
Yeah.
and that is not here today, but they are part of our hearts. They will always be part of our hearts as how they taking care of our dogs. And so That's it. Thank you, John, for inviting me. It was a
No problem,
pleasure for me
Matteo.
to talk with you.
We will do it.
Even yeah.
We will do it again, Matteo. Okay.
Okay. Whenever you want, I'm here, guys.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much, Matteo. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you. Thank you so
Bye, bye.
much. So, Nathan, tayong dalawa na lang.
Yes, Sir John.
Naiwan ng mga Pinoy. So, alam mo yun, I think sa ating new season, because I call this new season of Power Can Bully live podcast, isa ito of course, this is the first time that we have an international guest, but surely it's not gonna be the last. Kung kilala nyo naman ako, marami tayong kilala dyan na marami tayong pwedeng imbitahin. So, marami tayong pwedeng maging guest na talagang magko-contribute sa atin. Mga kaibigan, kami ni Nathan, kami nila Reg, wala naman talaga kami. Kami nila King Reaper. Kilala mo si King Reaper, Nathan?
Yes.
Anyway, si King Reaper, kami and marami naman tayong magkakasama rin. Hindi naman kailangan maging magkakabarkada, pero marami sa atin sa community naman talaga mga kaibigan na gusto talagang mag-improve ang ating community. And ginagawa natin ito because through education, through open communication, dito talaga aangat. Ito lang talaga yun. Wala nang ibang paraan yan. Kung lahat tayo nagsisikretohan ng mga best practices natin, hindi tayo aangat. Dahil wala ni isang successful breeder sa Amerika. Ang itinago lang niya sa kennel niya, yung aso niya or yung knowledge niya. Lahat yun, dapat niyang i-share. Dapat niyang, alam mo yun, dapat talagang i-share. Sharing is caring, sabi nga ng mga bata, di ba? But I am so happy with this night's conversation with Matteo. How about you, Nathan?
Yes, Sir John. Actually, when as you guys know na, I'm close with Matteo because he was the owner and handler of Tank. And I was really surprised of the amount of knowledge he shared with us today. Because, for example, that simple movement when we had the question of the hawk, of trying to tell care a bit for that's something not most handlers are willing to share. Because that's an ace of sleeve. But you see here, Matteo, as someone like I said a while ago, who studied, not just merely applied his experience, but put it on a rock, put it on cement by studying. He is also a student of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, this is actually, if I may, this might have been dedicated to the handlers.
Correct.
Because
alam mo Nathan, why ganun na sagot niya at nagulat ka mo, di ba? Hindi ko pa siya na kakausap. I haven't talked to him for a very, very long time na parang, and we still haven't had a meaningful conversation. It's more of hi, hello lang. Di ba? But knowing him now, the thing is with him, ayoko naman sabihin pareho kami dahil OA naman. Di ba? Ang gusto kong sabihin is, makikita mo yung tao na i-share kasi ang competition niya yung sarili lang.
Yeah.
Kumbaga, he wants to better himself the next time around. So kung mayroon mang share na malanders yun or trainers yun, kasi confident pa rin siya kung ano yung hinahawakan niya.
Yes.
Sa sarili lang siya nakatulog. Ganun naman ang tao pagka walang insecurity or parang, hindi, lahat naman tayo may insecurity, pero ibig sabihin kung confident ka sa craft mo, kung confident ka sa abilidad mo, pagsis ka na mag-share. Ayoko na, again, sorry, ako share ng share, kasi hindi ako insecure na tao. Gusto ko lang matuto talaga kayo. Kung mas gagalingan nyo at mas magiging magaling pa kayo sa akin, I really don't care. Yun ang totoo at yun ang talaga nasa puso ko. Kaya kung ako ay nagsishare dahil gusto ko talaga na yung komunidad natin mas maging educated kasi wala na akong mas maghihilingin pang iba ko hindi yung tayong mga Pilipino eventually, dito lalo na dito sa Pilipinas, mamayagpag pagdating sa larangan ng American Bully dahil sa dami na ng pera na ginastos natin, pero yung pera, hindi yun. Yung oras, yung time, yung dedication, yung being a student of the game, yun ang pinaka-vital dyan. Kasi lahat naman ng nation lahat naman ng countries in the world can afford to buy. There are people that can afford to buy most of the time. But yung passion ng Pilipino para matuto at maging student of the game, doon lang natin masa-separate yung sarili natin. And nasa dehado pa nga tayo eh. Kasi ang layo na natin, ang liit ng country natin, di ba? Hindi naman lahat mayayaman. So, kung ganun nga pala yung sitwasyon natin, through education, through sharing, through caring for all together, aangat tayo. Yun lang sa akin ito.
Yeah, and just to add, one thing na natuwa ako sa guest natin today kay Matteo is, agree ako, Sir John, that he just wants to share. Why? It's because the stuff like he said, the must supplement for stallions, that's actually, I've read about this, I think a year ago or something. It's like amino acid packs for mammals. So the muscles are really defined. I haven't tried it. I don't think it's available locally, or I haven't seen one locally. Pero that's one of those things na kung tatawagin natin sa trade secret. It is a secret of the craft. It's a secret of someone who has done enough research to be able to know what that is and utilize it well para maging, grand champion si grand champion na si Brad. He has maintained the physique.
Okay. So bilang isang correct Nathan, bilang someone na study and audience, may pagka-Pinoy din to mga to, alam mo kung bakit? Student of the game, they deal with a lot of breeds. Ang dami nilang enthusiasts na different types of breed. Kapag pinasok din nila, talagang nagmamad scientist ang datingan rin nila.
Yeah.
Kaya, alam mo naman, Europe na country, ang daming animals, ang daming dog breeds na pinagkakaabalahan nila, di ba? So, ang daming learnings na nakukuha sa kanila. Tanggapin na lang natin na hindi nga ba pagka mayroong dog food brand, tapos made in Germany, made in Italy, made in Canada, parang tayo, iniisip natin, or made in Australia, matataas na kalidad kaagad, di ba? Automatic yon. Bakit? Kasi parang mas matagal silang involved sa pagdi-deal with animals. And aside from the fact na, of course, siyempre, state of the art, di ba? Pero not to be outdone, ang Philippines ay parating na doon.
Yes.
Kaya tayo nandito na tayo nangangarap na maging kasing dalubhasa nila, kasing gagaling nila. Mas marami silang resources. Lamang na malamang talaga sila. Pero siguro hindi lang tayo magpapatalo mga Pilipino, yung pagiging student of the game. Yun lang yun.
Yes. I mean, like ang daming pwedeng gawing example kung paano tayo naging late, because they've been using progesterone for more than a decade. Tayo, kailan lang ba?
Correct.
That's just one example.
Naalala ko minsan, 2016, I made the post. 2016 or 2017, I made the post. Parang rant yun na post ko na parang kailan ba talaga magkakaroon ng progesterone sa Pilipinas? Kasi nag-post talaga ako dun sa Facebook kasi ako ay masyadong frustrated na. And then eventually, after maybe less than a year, nagsimula na magkaroon ng progesterone, hanggang tuloy-tuloy na tayo. Ngayon, ano yung next project? Nakasama ka doon sa yung semen bank natin, di ba? Frozen semen. We will return live podcast, di ba? Mga kaibigan, pag-uusap, mga mga nakikinig dito at mga future viewers natin, and then sa mga replays na i-click itong video na to, mga susunod naming topics is ano yung benefits ng frozen bank or semen bank dito sa Philippines, na kung saan pwede tayong tumanggap at magpadala ng frozen semen. Isa yan sa mga topics natin, and talagang hihimay-himayin natin. And then another topic is the business side of the dog breeding. Usapan natin ng Korea. And marami pa tayong guests na pwedeng imbitahin na alam kong matutuwa kayo. Kumbaga patikim pa lang si Matteo, pero tuwang-tuwa kami ni Nathan because Matteo ay isang young man but with a lot of passion. Diba?
Yes.
So, ayun, Nathan, I think for this night, we can call it
Yes.
a night.
Yeah, call it a night.
Salamat ulit, Nathan. But
Thank you, sir.
to last 3 minutes maybe, let me just one on the March 24 American Bully Forum, and then siguro mga 10 or maximum 15 slots na lang kung sino ang interesado. March 24, Sunday naman po yun. I-PM lang po ako. Sa mga hindi pa nakakapag-register online, please click the link lang dun sa Facebook post ko on this activity. So eventually magkikita-kita tayo, and then I hope on the next episode you can sabi ni Henry pala, game changer yan, frozen semen. Yeah, Henry Agapito is from Los Angeles, California. He's a Filipino living in Los Angeles, California. So I know him, I've met him personally. So he's saying na game changer yan kasi he knows for a fact how important yung frozen semen sa isang bansa. And then sabi naman ni Abraham, yan ang pinaka-ihintay nyo. So eventually, gawin namin yan ni Nathan, kasama ni Reg. Well, Nathan, any last words?
Again, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Sir John, for having me again. No, it was already. It's been sana may napulot kayo sa mga. Again, like I've said a while ago, I think this is really a catered podcast for upcoming judges and current judges and handlers, diba? So I hope na you guys may naliwanagan kayo. Even natuwa ako sa comment ni Bro Nico, no, sa pagtumae lang. Siyempre, anong naisip tayo ng judge. So, stuff like that, this is really meant for you guys. And happy lang talaga ako na si Matteo na pili namin kasi, well, di mo ma-expect na sabihin ng ibang tao, pero I'm very happy that he was super transparent with everything. I mean, to the nose. I mean, di ba? So, thank you guys. And sa Semen Bank, if I may add, pag-usapan natin next time. But one thing I can say is, and to sum it up in one word, nasa conclusion part na tayo.
Correct. Yan. Gusto ko yan. Kasi, mga kaibigan, pag sinabing conclusion part na malapit nang gamitin yan, ako po yung taong ipinagdasal ko na po sa simbahan ng Manawag na magkaroon ng frozen bank dito sa Philippines. Kaya, eto na po, parating na po. Napagdasal ko na dati ang progesterone, and sa awa ng Diyos, nagkatupad-tupad na po yun. Ngayon nga po, pati sa mga guardhouse, mayroon na pong progesterone. Ngayon, ang susunod na po ay frozen semen. Meron na po tayong semen bank. So eventually, sabay-sabay po tayong aangat, mga kaibigan. Huwag po kayong magsasawang sumuporta sa mga ganito. Sabi ni Nathan, para ito nagkataon particular na podcast na to ay nag-target sa handlers and mga trainers and mga judges. Pero at the same time, kahit sino pa, makinig lang kayo. Bakit? This is added info sa ating lahat. Hindi lang sa akin, hindi lang kay Nathan, hindi lang kay Matteo. Kay Matteo, nangangarap maging judge. Ako po ay matagal na judge. Nakapag-share din po ako para sa kanya. Natuto rin siya malamang sa amin, di ba? Kami natuto rin sa kanya. Bigayan lang po tayo, mga kaibigan. Education is universal, mga kaibigan. So, I'll see you again mga kaibigan, sa susunod na podcast namin nila Reg and Nathan. Mabuhay po kayo mga kaibigan. See you soon.
Thank you guys. See you soon.